Pickleball, indoors and outdoors, this paddle sport is growing across America. The number of pickleball players in the US grew by 159% between 2020 and 2022, according to the Sports and Fitness Industry Association. That totals nearly 9 million players. The hype is real, says Helen White, with the American Pickleball Association for Northern Virginia and Washington.
I just finished a week where I taught 15 classes, and that would be about 90 students. My youngest was about 7, my oldest was probably in their 80s. The courts are too crowded. When you have 20, 30, 40 people waiting to play on a court, that tells you something.
Pickleball is a kind of hybrid of tennis, ping pong and badminton. The court is 2 times smaller than tennis courts, the net is low and the ball moves much slower. Real estate professionals say more residential complexes are adding pickleball courts to attract buyers.
It doesn't take much financially to create a pickleball court. It's a lot cheaper than putting in a pool, a lot cheaper than maintaining a clubhouse, things like that. So it's financially viable, financially attractive, and more people get involved in it.
But there is one problem. When the paddle hits the ball, it makes a loud, whacking noise. Recently in Chicago, people living next door to a park with a pickleball court created a petition demanding that the court be removed. One of the signatories, John T., who wished to remain anonymous, told VOA that he lives with his wife and 2 daughters near the park.
Sometimes I feel trapped, like it's a beautiful day out, it's 70 degrees out, and we have our windows shut. And we can still hear it through the windows. We can't even take a nap, it's just relentless.
In an email to Voice of America, pickleball player Lisa Davis fought back, saying, quote, "This is not a children's park. It is ruled by the city of Chicago as a public park for all residents, regardless of race, age or gender, to use." To help solve the problem, engineer Bob Anitich founded Pickleball Sound Mitigation, a company that researches and advises communities on ways to quiet the game. Anitich himself, an avid player and a qualified pickleball referee, has already worked with more than 100 clients from the United States, Canada and Europe.
So we began to study paddles and balls to reduce the sound level of paddles and balls by selecting quieter equipment. We can look at sites all over the US and in other countries on Google Earth and look at the distances to homes, and we can recommend different kinds of barriers that might be used to reduce the sound level.
What's clear is that pickleball isn't going away, so finding ways to play quietly may be the only long-term answer. Maxim Moskalkov for VOA News, Washington.